Well, the action is underway once again. We'll perhaps try and hear from Wayne McCullough in just a moment or two.
Well, it's time now for...
Must be pleased with the way things are going now, though.
Yeah, sorry, John. It's time for McCullough... something in his fight. It's time now for Arthur to really show that he is world-class and pull out a stoppage. Obviously, the victory will do. You know, he's ahead on points, but to show he is genuinely world-class, the stoppage will be what he's looking for.
Oh, well, in 6 rounds to 3 ahead, Duke.
Yeah, I've got him out. I've got him well up, John.
Burns trying to use his mobility. Arthur's left eye just starting to mark up a little bit. Burns has been a very, very brave fighter here. Sometimes you look at fighters and you sort of say, well, defeat is going to be really something which is going to slow the career. You get the impression that if he is indeed to lose this fight, this young fella could definitely come again at top level.
A lot of fighters, a lot of top fighters, myself included, obviously back in the day when I was boxing, was turned around by a defeat in my career. It made me a better fighter. I'm sure the exact same thing will apply to Ricky Burns.
That's good work inside from Arthur. Hammered in a couple of really good left hands into the body, following with the uppercut. Oh, that's better from Burns though as well. What guts!
Well, at 22, the boy has not disgraced himself, no way, shape or form. It's been a good effort, really good effort from Burns. But every time the fight gets into close quarters, it's Burns who wants to hold.
Minute to go in the 10th round. Arthur gets him into his territory again. If only Ricky Burns was a better close fighter, close-in fighter, he would be a real dangerous customer.
Well, it all comes from experience, obviously, John, and this is what this fight will show him. So, you know, if he's unfortunate and loses the decision, as I think he will, then he will come again and be a better fighter for it.
It's another good round for Alex Arthur. He's got to win this round, surely, and move even further ahead in this contest. He can sense the winning line is coming near. And with that in mind, at the end of the round, we'll try again with Gabriel Clark to have a quick word with Wayne McCullough in that corner. He's watching every moment with Alex Arthur in the white and yellow shorts. The defending European, British and Commonwealth super featherweight champion is now closing in on another successful defence.
It's time for Arthur now to really close Burns down at close quarters and really get to work. Giving Burns a little bit too much room, a little bit too much time to think.
Well, Burns has only got 2 wins of his 13 inside the distance, and that's something which I'm afraid to say tells its own story. He's not a big single knockout puncher, and that's surely the only way that he could possibly turn this contest around now, to catch Alex Arthur absolutely cold with the bingo punch, and you can't see it coming. In fact, it looks as though Arthur is now the one trying to unload, trying to find the finish here. Terrific body shots from Arthur.
It's a fantastic onslaught from the champion, it really is. Really worked him over there, sickened Burns to head and body.
When he was fresh and had his mobility, Burns was able to keep Arthur away and able to score at range. But the further this fight has gone, the more the power of Arthur has told. Bravely, Burns coming back. But there is no way, surely, that he could turn this one around now.
Hopefully, if Arthur gets through this, you know, and Marco Antonio Barrera talking about moving up to the lightweight division, you know, he might walk into a vacant championship fight for a genuine version of the championship, of the world title I'm talking about, obviously. So let's just hope he can keep his head together, get to the end of this fight, and the prize then will be the big one.
He's got a mandatory coming up against one Sergei Guliakovich of Belarus, as Alex Arthur, but I suspect that Mr. Guliakovich might have to wait a little bit longer if he gets that chance of a world title. The European crown wouldn't matter, of course, if he got the big one, and that might be where Alex Arthur will be heading after this one. And I just wonder as well if at some stage before the end of the year there might be some sort of big showdown between Alex Arthur and Scott Harrison. What a fight that would be, as the left hook goes in and suddenly Burns, was on uneasy legs, bravely throws that wild-looking right hand, but there was a great left hook into the jaw from Alex Arthur.
Yeah, the left hook absolutely rocked his head right back, nearly snapped it off his shoulders almost. As I said before, the champion looks so strong and he's closing Burns down at every opportunity.
I think Ricky Burns comes out of this fight with huge credit, but that's another round cracker. Alex Arthur and Ricky Burns, and Alex Arthur, the hero of Edinburgh, looks as though he's heading to retain his title, but Burns has 3 minutes somehow to try and turn this one around. He started well.
He hasn't been able to rock or hurt the champion all night long. He's had spells where he's been nice and busy, spells where obviously he scored, but just hasn't been able to keep the champion off. The variety, power and stamina has really all gone in the champion's favour.
Alex Arthur can still be caught by those left hands. You know, those are the sort of punches, the hooks, which earned Michael Gomez victory. His defence, I suppose, to some eyes, is maybe still not quite as tight as it might be. But goodness me, when he unloads like that, he is one very, very impressive boxer.
Yeah, he's punching Burns to almost to a standstill now. The right hand, left hook, the body shots are all going in. But you would expect this from a very seasoned champion.
Well, a word in the ear of Ricky Burns there from Alex Arthur as we reach towards the final moments of a gripping fight.
I think Alex Arthur will say to you after this fight that this wouldn't be his best performance. It's been a good tactical fight, but he probably won't be satisfied being the perfectionist that he is.
But caught on the way in by a nice straight left from Burns. Rickster, as it says on the shorts of Ricky Burns.
Burns looking tired now, legs just starting to do a little bit of a dance. Arthur switched southpaw on him, trying to confuse him. That hurt, got him, caught him with a lovely shot. That worked.
In the 12th round, Boris Sinitsyn was put down by Alex Arthur. Is he at last going to be able to get rid of this plucky challenge of Ricky Burns? 5 years the younger man, Burns, and he's bravely throwing everything at Arthur, but the champion won't be moved now, surely.
Well, the champion just looking to walk through Burns now. Feels that this has been his fight from about the 6th, 7th round onwards. And it's just systematically just walked in with his hands up and his chin down. And just handled the fight pretty much at his own pace.
Well, some people wonder whether there is depth and talent in British boxing. Well, those who question sometimes whether sport still has a lot to offer should have been watching this one, because this has been a cracker right the way through, and Alex Arthur is holding on. Burns just falling into him, two very, very tired men, but it's been a rousing contest, and Alex Arthur has surely done enough to retain his title.
Judge Dave Parris scores the contest 117 to 111. Judge Paul Thomas scores the contest 116 to 112. And Judge Mickey Vann scores the contest 118 to 110 for the winner by unanimous decision. And still the British